This is Britain, this is Manchester in 1981.
After 3 days of violent clashes, I remember parts of Moss Side looking like a war zone. But once the rubble was cleared and the roads reopened, the real transformation of the area began. The disturbances of 1981 hadn't been race riots, but they had highlighted a need for the police to better reflect the people they were serving.
Have you seen a change in the way police and young people relate to one another?
In the way that the police and young people relate to one another? Well, yes, because like I say, 1980, go back to 1982, that's 1 year after the Moss Side riots. So the year before that, the year that I was training to become a teacher, they wouldn't put any teachers in schools in this area because in the summer of 1981, young people and the police, things came to a really bad position, and you ended up with 3 nights of rioting around Princess Road. I do know that the attendance at Ducie High School for the 3 days that the riots were on went almost to zero. Nobody came, nobody went, very few people went to school. The longer lasting effect of it was that there was, when I first started in 1982, there was absolutely no communication between young people and the school. Young people and the police, I mean. There was a lot of negativity from the students to the police at that stage.
So are you still in contact with any of them?
Students?
Teachers or students?
Teachers, yes, and students, yes. And the thing is, a lot of the students that went through Manchester, through the Ducie, all went on to university. Lack of trust in the police. Things happened. Like for instance, you know, one of our pupils was killed, was shot during the time when the gangs were going on. No one's ever come forward to say who it was that committed the offence. Now, that breakdown of relationship between the community and the police, I think, has got a big part to play in why no one's ever been found guilty of Jesse James's murder.
How long did you teach at Ducie, and was it good?
Yeah, well, I started teaching at Ducie in 1982, so I've been at the school now for 32 years. Was it good? A lot of the time it was, and a lot of the things that were said about the old school were unfair, but it's a lot better now.
How many ethnic groups have you seen come and go throughout your school years as a teacher?
Come and go is difficult. I think what's happened is that the mix of the school has changed over the last 20-30 years. When I first came to the school, it was a broadly mixed school, roughly a third African Caribbean children, a third Asian children and a third white British children, and a few children from other areas, but very few. That's changed now. The majority population in school now is probably Somali, but there are lots of other ethnic groups that are coming in, and so it's not the come and go, it's just that the spread is a lot wider. So we've got children now from Eastern Europe, we've got children from West Africa, we've got children from North Africa, the Arab nations, and so you know, the numbers of children have changed and the groups have changed, but they're not gone. And that's one of the reasons I like the school so much, is the broad mix.
So it's a positive change?
I think so, yes.